Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Radah. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, and I give double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the hopefully elect spirits, hopefully elect men, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahushai. This is your brother Radah. I'm going to attempt to parallel a story in First Kings with Daniel. I believe it's Daniel chapter 7. Yeah, concerning Yahushai, King Solomon, King David, the Most High, and try to bring it all together. First Kings, King David is old. He's about to pass away. He's about to sleep with his fathers, right? And it's time for King Solomon to rule, according to the word of Yahweh through the prophets Nathan to King David, right? So what happens? As David is old, this is what happens. Let's read the first. Now, King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Okay, so he's about to pass away. Let's jump down to 5. I'm going to try to keep it because it's going to be a long lesson if I don't do this. You guys can read the story yourselves and see the parallels. Verse 5. Then Adonijah, that's one of David's sons, the son he had with Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king. And he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him. And his father had not displeased him at any time, saying, what hast thou done? Meaning he didn't resist him. And he also was a very goodly man, and his mother bare him after Absalom. And he conferred with Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and with Abiathar the priest, and they following Adonijah helped him. But so here you see the division, and Zadok the priest and Benaiah, remember that name. It's key. I'm gonna pull up his meaning later. The son of Jehoiada, and Nathan the prophet, and Shimei, and Rei, and the mighty men which belonged to David were not with Adonijah. So these are like a type and shadow of your elect, right? And so Adonijah slew sheep and oxen and fat cattle, but the stone, by the stone of Zoheleth, which is by Enrogel, and called all his brethren, the king's sons, and all the men of Judah, the king's servants. But Nathan, the prophet, and Benaiah, and the mighty men, Solomon his brother, he called not. So right there you see the division. Same crap you see happening today with GMS and everyone else that follows GMS that's not in GMS, and then all the other camps that are bugged up. Same shit. That which is, it shall be. There's nothing new under the sun. Let's okay, now look at this. This is my point, though. I want to get into this. This is the attitude of the elect men, who are also likened unto a comely woman, and we are now repenting, washing ourselves off, going back to wise virgins, right? Going from a whore state to a repentant state, then a cleansed state, which then brings us back to a wise virgin state, which is the correct sound doctrine, repentance, humility, and faith before the Most High in Yahushua and his blood and his holy name, right? So look at verse 11. Wherefore Nathan spake unto Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, saying, hast thou not heard what Adonijah the son of Haggith doth reign, and David our Lord knoweth it not? Now therefore come, let me, I pray thee, give thee counsel, that thou mayest save thine own life, and the life of thy son Solomon. Go and get thee in unto King David, and say unto him, didst not thou, my lord, O king, swear unto thine handmaid, saying, assuredly Solomon thy son shall reign after me, and he shall sit upon my throne? Why then doth Adonijah reign? And behold, while thou yet talkest with there with the king, I also will come in after thee and confirm my words. And Bathsheba went in unto, so Nathan instructs Bathsheba to agree with him, to pull off a kind of theatrical, dramatic approach to the king concerning the rulership of Solomon, which is prophecy. So in a sense, what you can see we are seeing a hidden thing in this. You can open this up and be like, this is how we're supposed to approach the Most High concerning Yahushai's rulership on the earth, on the throne of David, to be skillful, to be theatrical, to be dramatic about it, to be in agreement with prophecy. But not only to be in agreement with prophecy, to cry out, but to dramatically do it, theatrically do it. You know what I'm saying? Can you guys see that? So verse 15, and Bathsheba went in unto the king, unto the chamber, and the king was very old, and Abishag, the Shunammite, ministered unto him, unto the king, and Bathsheba bowed and did obeisance unto the king. So this is the posture of the wife of the mother. So she's the wife of King David, who's in the position of the Most High, right? So she's the wife, and she's also the mother of King Solomon, right? So who's our mother? Yasharallah, right? Are we not also betrothed unto the Most High? You can see all kinds of stuff in this. So King David is in a position of, like, he's a type and shadow of the Most High, and Bathsheba is a type and shadow of the elect men of Israel, the daughter of Zion. And what's her position? What's their position? To prostrate themselves humbly, wifingly, like in covenant with the Most High, concerning what though? Concerning who? The rulership of Solomon, who is also Yahushai. This is about prophecy, bringing prophecy to the remembrance of the Most High. He hasn't forgotten, but we bring it back to him. Did you not promise that Yahushai would rule on the throne of David? Did you not promise? Bathsheba bowing did obeisance unto the king, and the king said, What wouldest thou? Look at his position, her position, and she provokes, what wouldest thou? And she said unto him, this is the prayer. This is the new song. This is the harps, right? This is us harping with the harps. But this time we're going before the Most High. When are you going to send the mighty one, a great one? When are you going to send him for the oppressor? Isaiah 19. When are you going to send Yahushai, the one that is profitable to be over the earth? You know, this is you see all that in here. And she said unto him, My Lord, thou swearest by Yahweh thy power unto thine handmaid, saying, Assuredly Solomon thy son shall reign after me, and he shall sit upon thy throne. And now behold, Adonijah reigneth. Now what's Adonijah a type and shadow of? Esau, Moab, all the heathen nations. Psalms 83. They're in rulership. Esau at the top, and then his confederacy with all the heathen nation, and they're fornicating with his system so they can have a piece of this beast system, this new world order. They're in power right now, right? And they're not supposed to be. And they are likened unto one of our brothers, just like Adonijah is one of the brothers of Solomon. Esau is our brother in prophecy. He's rejected, but he is called our brother in some passages. And now, behold, Adonijah reigneth, and now, my lord the king, thou knowest it not. Now, this is all dramatic, right? It's all drama. And he has slain oxen and fat cattle and sheep in abundance. He's preparing the new world order. He's getting the mark of the beast ready. He's boasting on the internet and television about what he's going to do with these new laws and how he's going to start killing all the cattle, and he's going to get, emissions down by killing off humanity and cattle, so that global warming, all of his bullshit fucking lying theologies that he's got, or philosophies that he's got spread all over the earth, so he can implement his new world order. Basically, that's what you can say here. And he has slain oxen and fat cattle and sheep in abundance, and hath called all his sons of the king, and Abiathar the priest, and Joab the captain of the hosts. He's got everybody sold out. He's got all the sellouts, Nate, Sakari. He's got everyone sold out, all these agents, right? But Solomon, thy servant, hath he not called. But they're not honoring Yahushai. They're not honoring Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. They're not honoring the prophets. See that? This is drama. Verse 20, and thou, my lord, O king, the eyes of all Israel are upon thee, that thou shouldest tell them Who shall sit on the throne of my Lord the king after him? Who's going to rule next? Didn't you say in 2 Ezra 6:9, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the world that follows, right? Isn't the star of Jacob supposed to arise? Can you guys see that? Otherwise, it shall come to pass when my Lord the king shall sleep with his fathers. If you don't do something, if you don't send Yahushai, if you don't send him, we're screwed. That I and my son Solomon shall be counted offenders. And lo, while she yet talked with the king, Nathan the prophet also came in. And what does Nathan do? And they told the king, saying, Behold, Nathan the prophet. And when he was come in before the king, he bowed himself before the king with his face to the ground. And the same thing goes on. They say the same thing. Did you not, I'm trying to condense this, right? So they get King David's attention in his old age. And again, King David is the type and shadow of the Ancient of Days. Okay? I want you to see this. All right? So let's read verse 26. But me, even me, thy servant, and Zadok the priest, and Benaiah, remember that's name. We're going to pull it right now. The son of Jehoiada, because Benaiah, he becomes the right hand of King Solomon throughout King Solomon's rulership. He literally is the manifestation of the voice of Solomon. Whenever Solomon would command him to do something, he would go do it. In fact, let's get his, I'm going to read this and we're going to pull his name, the meaning of his name. But me, even me, thy servant, and Zadok the priest, and Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, and thy servant Solomon, hath he not called? In this thing, is this thing done of my lord the king, and thou hast not showed it unto thy servant, who should sit on the throne of my lord the king after him? Then King David, then the Most High, answered and said, Call me Bathsheba. And she came into the king's presence, and stood before the king. And the king sware and said, As Yahweh liveth, that hath redeemed my soul out of all distress, even as I swear unto thee. So this is the Most High speaking to the prophets, right? The wise virgins, even as I swear unto thee, I gave you my secrets, I gave you all my covenants, and I told you, Yahushai he comes in the volume of the book, right? Even as I swear unto thee, by Yahweh power of Israel, saying, Assuredly Solomon thy son shall reign after me, and he shall sit upon my throne, which is the throne of David, in my stead. Even so will I certainly do this day. Then Bathsheba bowed with her face, because that's the desire of the elect. The elect desire Yahushai to rule. Not Yeshua, not Jesus, not Christ. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That is the desire of the elect, right? Then Bathsheba bowed with her face to the earth, and did reverence to the king, and said, Let my lord King David live forever. And King David said, Call me Zadok the priest, and Nathan the prophet, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada. And they came before the king. The king also said unto them, Take with you the servants of your lord, and cause Solomon my son to ride upon mine own mule, and bring him down to Gihon, and anoint him. They end up anointing him. Now I got to jump. Let's and so that this lesson's not too long. Let's look at the name of Benaiah really quick, so that you can see all of this. Benaiah, he becomes the right hand. He's the son of a priest who becomes the right hand of King Solomon, and we know that King Solomon is Yahushai. Look what his name means. Yahweh hath built. Or Yahweh has built up. This is the right hand authority of King Solomon. And that's what his name means. And you see the numbers right there, 1-4. You see 1141. So it's pretty deep. So now we see King David giving the command for King Solomon to be paraded around on his mule. Well, what's the mule? What's the mule? You guys know what it is. You just haven't thought of it yet. You know what the mule is. It's the fathership, right? It's the authenticated Zion. It's the mountain. Let's go to second Esdras. Second Esdras 13. And what does Ezra the prophet say about the chariot, about this specific chariot that Yahushua is on? Let's read it. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's the other host. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. So that's the voice commanding the right arm, right? The right hand. Like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Talking about the sky, the firmament. He's on that ship. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved. This is the mule. This is his father's mule. This is his father's horse that he is coming back on, you guys. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, a rulership, a government, an army, a vehicle that is of that government, that represents that government. What does all of Esau's aircraft have on it? All his tanks, all his drones, all his helicopters and F-fighters. They have some type of an emblem identifying what military they are of and what rulership they're representing, right? Same thing here. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or the place whereof the hill. There goes another clue. You got mountain and hill being described by the spirit of the prophet Esdras when speaking about the chariot that Yahushua is specifically riding on. Mountain and hill. But I would have seen the region or place where without the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid. And I believe there's another precept somewhere in here or in another prophet that calls it Zion, when he's standing on Zion, talking about the chariot. So it's like, damn, bro. But right here you see mountain and hill. Verse 7 and verse 6, describing that not only the size, but the authority, the governmental authority of this specific chariot, which is the mule here that King Solomon is riding on. King David's mule is a type and shadow of Yahweh's chariot that Yahushua is coming back in. Yahweh is coming back in all this authority. So we see that here. There's more, but I'm trying to condense this. Now let me jump to and show you that the Alahayim are also in agreement with this. This is the same thing. They're doing the same thing. There is a desire for Yahushua to rule, you guys, and it's being engrafted into us as well. We're getting it because we're learning all this. So this is Daniel 7:13. I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven. There goes those mules again, those horses, right? And came to the Ancient of Days. There goes the old man, that old King David being old, right? Right here. He's old, right? King David is old. And what is King David? He's a man of war, right? He was a man of war his entire life. So here he's gray-headed, he's old, he's an old man of war. He's very honored. He's got a beautiful girl, virgin girl, that's ministering to him in his bed. That they're not physically involved, but she's there ministering to him. His wife, one of his wives, his main wife, is bowing herself down concerning the rulership of their son that was promised to rule, who is Yahushua, but in this lot he's King Solomon. Right? You got the prophet Nathan bowing himself down to the old man king, the old man of war, also crying out to the king, did you not say King Solomon would rule? Right? And who are Bathsheba and Nathan and Benaiah and all that? They're all a type and shadow of the elect spirits. And what do they want? They want the true king to rule. And they're there to serve, and they're ready to minister with the true king when he gets his authority. What do you see here with the Alahayim? The same thing. Daniel 7:13, I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man, come with the clouds of heaven, the horses, the chariots, the armies of Yahweh, the host of Yahweh, the Ancient of Days. And they brought him near before him, just like they're doing here on the earth, underneath the sun. They're doing it here in the spirit realm. Verse 14, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom which shall not be destroyed. Right? Can you see all that? So that's it. This is a prayer, a song, a meditation. There's tons more in this. But what does it say in Ecclesiastes? That which is shall be. That's what that which is shall be, and that which is to come. I'm butchering it. That which is shall be. Yep, right here, bam. So the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done, it is that which shall be done. Just like we use this with Esau's wickedness in the earth, we can also do this with Yahushai, with his splendor, with his glory, with his royalty. That which is, that which, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. Right? Right here. The thing that has been. And wasn't there a little bit of weird resistance from King Solomon's brother about who would rule? Yeah. Well, isn't Esau our brother? He's not our affectionate brother. He's not our beloved brother. He's the rejected brother. But nevertheless, he is our brother. And isn't he on the throne right now fighting for the throne of the rulership over Yahushai or against Yahushai? Yes. Right? And then here you have the Alahayim presenting Yahushai like a fragrance, like an incense before Yahweh, man. Look at this, man. And I saw it in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man with the clouds of heaven. Dude, this is all the Alahayim. I believe this is right and left-handed. All of them. They all had to confess. I believe this takes place after the cross. When Yahushua had accomplished his stuff, all the Alahayim, they had to come and they had to acknowledge him. You did it, man. I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. So, like, picture him all on their shoulders, and they're just cheering, just deep, oh my God. And they're presenting him before Yahweh, bro. This is a serious scene right here, man. Very masculine, very terrible scene. Because these are all the warriors, all the mighty ones in heaven presenting Yahushai before Yahweh, you guys, right? So they're in agreement with his rulership. And he still not, and we still have to go through Jacob's trouble. So I'm trying to present this, I'm at the beginning stage of it, but this is a song and a prayer and an attitude to develop, because just like it says here, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, right? And that which is done, it is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. There's one more time, there's one more loop, one more ring, one more circle, one more repetition of this that has to come about with Yahushai, where he is, when it's Second Ezra, because Second Ezra 13, damn it. Second Ezra 13 is that final time when Yahushua comes back on the hill and the mountain, on Yahweh's mule, so to speak, in this particular lesson. When Yahushua comes back on his father's horse, on his father's mule, on his father's chariot, on the father's ship. Okay? For lack of better words. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. Verse 7. But I would have seen the region, or the place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. It is Mount Zion, bro. This is a representation. This is a representation of the military force of Mount Zion, and Yahushua is on a ship representing Mount Zion, man. Dude, it's badass, man. I hope you guys can see some of this. I hope I'm not being bugged out. I hope I'm not being bugged out, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is our song. This is one of our songs, one of our incense smokes. When you pray, when you're a living sacrifice, when you're burning incense, this is one of them. Father, did you not promise that Yahushua? Let me get Isaiah 19 really quick, and then we'll be done. Look at all these precepts that can go with this. And they shall cry out. They shall cry out. They shall cry out for the oppressor. They shall cry. They shall cry for the oppressor. Look, wasn't Bathsheba crying out for King Solomon's rulership? Wasn't Nathan? Wasn't Benaiah? All the elect spirits were crying out for the right king to be in rulership. And those were all mighty men and women, you guys. And are not the Alahayim in agreement with Yahushua's rulership and what's the word? Preeminence, maybe? That's the word. His authority, his height. Of course, under his father Yahweh, but all of them brought him before Yahweh. That is a major thing, man. All the Alahayim were in agreement. Let's bring him before the Most High. You guys, that's major, dude. There's a lot of wisdom and a lot of power in that Daniel 7 precept. So here, look, and I'll be finished. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh of hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto Yahweh because of the oppressors. And he shall send them a Savior and a great one. Yahushua is coming back one more time. One more time to complete this. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. And it was his spirit that wrote this when he was in his lot as the son of David, King Solomon, the great king of Yasharallah, Yada Yaja, the beloved of Yahweh. Man, I pray this lesson is edifying, and I pray that we all get more skillful with it. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the hopeful elect spirits, the hopeful elect men of Israel, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahushai. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.